like and subscribe to our channel.
This is the alternator off our Deutz far. It's not charging the battery, so the battery warning light has been on. Tractor hasn't been running properly. So I have taken off now and going in here to Irish Auto Electrical to get it repaired. Friday evening, the 17th of May. I'm here with the alternator off the tractor. We got it into the town there today, and Sean in there in Irish Auto Electrical had it fixed up in jig time, much to my surprise, which is fantastic. The pulley on it was extremely worn. It's worn down to practically nothing. And it had been fixed already before, so a bit of wear on it. But anyway, look, he has it going. She's 100%. So I'm just trying to get back on the tractor now. Not a mechanic by any stretch of the imagination. Took a little bit of effort to get it off. We'll give it a go.
Morning everyone, it is Saturday the 18th of May, it's just going on 6:30. Cows in the yard going to get them milked. It's a very cloudy, overcast morning, fresh, but I think the forecast is reasonable enough. There might be a little bit of rain. Breeding continues at pace. Almost 70% of the cows AI'd now, and will be 2 weeks breeding on Monday. So really happy with how that's going. Getting lots of our sex semen straws used, and beef on the cows that were not, beef straws were on the cows that we're not breeding from. So very positive and happy. Grass growth is still plowing on ahead. It's driving out the gate, so we're keeping on top of that. Mainly by grazing hard with the cows, and we're going to come in and do a little bit of topping. Hopefully we might primo one of the paddocks tomorrow. So we'll see how that goes. Just at that balancing act now. We're trying to keep quality in front of the cows. Yeah, not letting get things go too wild. So cows are very happy. Back down to a kilo meal. Our solids are on the rise. We're at 3.72% protein now, and 4.2 fat. So that's really flying. Our somatic cell count is 114,000, which is really good for us. We had a tough year with it last year. A lot of high cell count cows and stuff, so we had to cull hard there at the end of the year when cows dried off. Sold a lot of them high cell count ladies, and we've got a real handle on this year, so super happy with that. Yeah, shout out to the lads that are farming on the heavy farms. They're still getting plenty of rain. Conditions are still quite difficult for some of them. We know how you're going, boys. Keep going. The turn is coming. May, it's going to be busy in roads and stuff, so stay safe. Drive it on. So Saturday morning, 18th of May, round 2 of trying to get our alternator back onto the tractor. Okay, so the moment of truth. Alternator's back on to the best of my ability. Let's see what she does. Oh, doubt if I take the tractor out of gear. Oh lads, panic attack. Battery warning light. Whoop. So our oldest Wagyu, our wanderer, is out here. They're allowed onto this part of the bog over here in the out farm. Up there, checking out the neighbours, Belgic Galloways. But Honey and the rest of the beefies are all the way over here. She obviously had a wander on her. Maybe it had fallen out. I don't know. She's making her way back now. Sorry, look at that black grey sky. It's rain up there, but it's staying up there. Come on, you mad jockey. Come on, girl. Can't make it down that way, you fool. So it turns out her big Wagyu was on heat. But look at how it bounced off her there when she came back. Honey is looking in fine fettle. We didn't know whether she was in calf or not, but yeah, bit of booby showing there now. She's getting heavier. So she got the AI. Going by our records, she will be
due to calve in July. We're now the middle of May. It's time for her to go on a diet, a pre-calving diet, I think. She's due in calf to its mental. We leave her on good grass like this for the next 2 months. The calf won't be coming out the back, it'll be coming out the side door. It'll be a cesarean section. So we'll make a plan now in the next week. The calf does most of its growing in the last 6, 7, 8 weeks of its gestation. So we will make a plan for Honey to get her onto probably some extremely rough grazing, you know, as in low quality, to have enough to tip her along. She's got plenty of condition on her. She's coming over for an out hello. Coming over and out hello to Joe. You're such a good cook. You're such a good cook, aren't you? And of course, Sugar Honey there, turning absolutely inside out. Beast. Giving the rubs. Little scratch. Get that fly away. If you're ever close enough to pet a cow, sometimes they really like it up here on top of the head. You can scratch them up there. Not right, honey. Not right, honey. In there where they can't reach with anything. Just using Joe's fingers as a scratching post now.
Alright, it's Sunday 19 today. Me and Dad are just moving the heifers and bulls down for some grass. This is our last load right now, so we're just gonna load them in and
yeah. Show you how it's done. Perfect, going out backwards, good lad, on you go, on you go. Come on, Harry, first. Come on, them big horns, good lad. Come on, fella. Let it boy. Out, just go, fresh grass, go on. You can wish ball in now, go on. Fresh pick for the maiden heifers. Glorious Sunday evening.
Moving the heifers across, and the National Broadband Scheme installation is going all on a Sunday. Come
on, dog. Lazy cows on a Sunday afternoon. Come on, girls. Come on, girls. Morning, everyone. It is Monday morning, the 20th of May. Just getting the cows in for milking. Lots of bulling activity there. Happy days. Just about 6:20, going getting the cows milked. Status on farm is cows are pumping away in milk. They're loving life. Lots of sunny weather, lots of grass. We're into our 3rd week of breeding now, so going really, really well. Grass quality has deteriorated a little bit over the weekend there, just in the last couple of days. A lot of the grass plants are going to seed, or going to head. They're trying to reproduce and get their seeds out. Probably a week earlier than we'd normally expect. I'm putting it down just to the weather this spring, the stress the plant would have been under. Wet feet, because the ground was so wet. Lack of fertilizer, lack of nutrients going in because of the wet weather. That happens with grass when it's under stress, long periods of stress, and it gets a chance come its normal heading date or normal reproduction date, it'll go a little bit early, get them seeds out and try and ensure survival. So like I said before, it's an amazing plant. So for us now, that means we just have to be very proactive in terms of what we do. As I said in previous videos, that long stemmy stuff is not high quality for the cows, so we're trying to get the green leaf in. So what we will do is, there's a lot of stem in the paddock. We'll either pre-mow or mow it and try and put it into a bale and make silage out of it, or we'll pre-mow and let the cows select what to eat, or we'll come in after they've eaten and we'll top. So that's the plan for today. In the next couple of days, we'll get the mower out, we'll get it greased up, make sure she's working 100%. There's pre-mowing, there's topping, and might mow a paddock for baling. Yeah, enjoy the fine weather. It's all really, really good. So drive it on. So our grass seeds out on the out farm have struck. We have liftoff. Grass, clover. Zoom in a little bit of clover there. Woohoo! Maiden heifers over for a nosy while I put up a bit of a fence. Bit of bulling activity still going on, good lad. This is a bit of rougher grazing, as you can see. The Carrigow River is down there in the dip, just behind that fence there under that whitethorn tree. So this is rougher grazing. We find it super for the heifers. Maiden heifers, when they're over a year old, they're here, just water, sunshine on their back. This is the original multi-species sward, wild clover, all the old grass varieties. They just pile on the weight. We find it fantastic. There's Mr. Hereford, starting to look better with a bit of feeding and a bit of loving. They're happy, lots of balling yesterday, but they're happy girls now, even though it's raining a bit. Follow the leader. This is rough grazing for us anyway. You got gorse, you got whitethorn, you got rushes, you got rocks. You can drive the tractor up the front there a little bit, up the top where the crush is. But other than that, it's undrivable on the tractor. So it's organic, doesn't get any fertiliser, apart from a bit of cow poo. So when it grows, if it doesn't, it doesn't.
What day of the week is it? It's Monday, the 20th of May. We're here in the yard getting ready to do some chopping. Joe is lubing up the machine.
You struggling with the heat, Ellen?
Dying. No, you're doing.
Alright, so on our tractor, to disconnect the front forks, it has what's called a Euro hitch. This lever here, it's normally over, you pull it back until it clicks into a locked position. And that means then that the forks aren't attached on the bottom. You get into your tractor, turn it on, drop down your front loader and tilt forward, and that'll unhook the fork. Fork rests on the ground, you tilt forward your loader and it'll unhook from under the hooks there, and then your front fork is unattached.
So usually what happens is I go, Joe, unhook the forks or rehook the bucket or whatever, because he's been doing it since he's 12. It's really thing. But now for college, I have to learn to do it myself for my exam. So I'm gonna have to put my bigger pants on and learn how to do it.
We're getting a delivery of calf meal there in the background. You might see it from Quinn's there. A couple of half-ton bags of calf pellets dropped off. We have our mower ready, greased and ready to go. We'll attach that on there now and get Ellen to do some topping. Now look in, you see the way the grease is holding it over the plate. Then you just pop it off and go on the bottom.
I'm greasing my nipples.
No, Ellen, this man thought you were my daughter.
Woo, what a compliment!
So, either that's a compliment for you because you look really young, or I'm an old lad.
You're an owl lad.
That lady me. Mr. the Tom, it's a lot more.
Go on, let's go. It's out, nice. Take a look.
Anya, what?
We're going to raise up the mower, so you have a handle, lift it up.
Sure.
I've been chauffeured around by the boss today now, riding along on my automobile.
The actual panic the first time I came down here, you're just going down the big hill to the main road and you're like, tractor, please just play ball and don't roll me out there with the weight of the mower behind me. It's so funny. Everyone go by in trucks and tractors and they see a girl driving, they're like, wah!
This paddock and the one here beside it were grazed in the last 24 hours. Vital at this time of the year to get in as soon as you can after you graze if you're going to top, so you're not affecting regrowth. If you look down at our sward here, you can see this grass here is just starting to regrow. So we, when we're topping, let me see, I'll show you this here. This is a dung patch that was left, so we're just taking the top off that heavy grass, getting that seed grass out of it. There's also quite a lot of weeds, as you can see, thistles and ragwort and stuff, so we'll whip them out of it as well. Ellen is bombing, working on her experience driving the tractor. She's done a huge amount of topping and pre-mowing last year, so happy days, she's well versed in it now. She's flying around. I'm going to get home with a few other jobs in the yard. Family farm, teamwork makes the dream work. Drive it on.
Put the coffee. I get some tunes going as well. No housework. Here are the moo cows, look very relaxed and happy. There's Si's cow, now a cow, Connor Heifer, apple star. Bit of an ugly looking thing, I think. Look at him lying down, having a great old day. Life of cow.
So you can see here where Ellen's after running around with the mower. So you have all hairy, stemmy stuff, and it's all nice and cleanly whipped off there now, all down to about 4 or 5 centimetres, which will encourage vigorous regrowth, get light down to the roots, keep grass quality tip top.
I was flagging Joe to say I constantly follow him around giving him food. I said, now I'm on the tractor, is he going to bring me food? And he did. Ice cream from the shop, electrolytes, water, a phone holder, and a battery pack for his phone. Following a very good example, that's why. Joe's opened the big gate on the side of the shed into the calf shed where the weaned calves are, because it's like a set box when it gets hot, these sheds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weaned. So they're bawling for, they want milk. Get used to it.
The calves are good. Every day there's calves on their weaning down or the ram down period on the feeder now, so it won't be that long before we'll have more calves weaned off the feeder than we'll actually have on the feeder, so that'll be a good day.
The lambs are gone massive, the height of them. That black one is fat, isn't she? Meaty.
These big Charlotte boys are weaned off now today. Black X's beside them on the feeders. Pull them out now tomorrow. They are beasts. Look at them. Aren't able to fit in, you big sow, yeah.
It's Tuesday, the 20th of May. Joe got the cows in. We're milk reporting this evening. Of course, I forgot, and I went to up at 6, went to 7 AM prospect class, I did college. So I even have the dinner made, and Joe texted saying, where are you? So I'm going to start getting the parlour ready while he's getting the cows in. For the milk sample bottles that the company drop off, whoever it is, Progressive Genetics. These are the milk meters that the Progressive Genetics serviceman came out and installed earlier on. You connect them to your unit. It means you have this stupid pipe in your face all the time, which is really annoying because the old guy used to not hang them like this, didn't walk into it. Joe's in a glorious humour because he has a meeting to go to, and it's under pressure time-wise. And I also forgot we were doing this tonight, which is clearly put me in a bad mood.
So it's Wednesday the 21st of May, evening milking, not Wednesday, it's Tuesday the 21st of May. We're doing our second milk recording of the year. Ellen's here to put on units, the milk, and I'm going to be taking the samples. Lots of rain this afternoon, lots of thunder showers. We've had about 10 or 12 mil of rain. Cows are a little bit unsettled, but they'll be fine. We'll get the milk samples back out the grass.
Joe didn't have a nap today, so he's super cranky. So Joe has the handler around his neck here. He is inputting what cow is attached to each unit at the time. Each has their own milk sample barcode. That barcode gets scanned into the machine, and then we know which sample belongs to what cow.
Saying her current yield is 3.8 kilograms. It says position 18, number 1, with that cow. We have the yield that they've given, and the milk sample then gets their butter fat and protein, lactose and somatic cell count.
Let's get down to business. Give you one more night to get this. We've had a million nights just like this. So let's get down to business. Mama, please don't.
Some cows have white hooves, and some have black, and some have black others and nipples, and others have white. Some have multicolors. Isn't it interesting? She has white hooves, but she's mostly black, whereas she is all black. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And this one has a little extra one. Chandler Bing Nubbin.
Let's get down to business. Give you one more night to get.
Cows milk recorded and out. They're out on a pre-mowed paddock. A little bit strong on spots on the dung pats and yolks, so we pre-mowed it. Doing very heavy rain this afternoon. The cows happy out there now, they'll mop it up. One thing we know is with when we pre-mow paddocks is that the cows don't walk as much. When they go into the paddock to start eating, They just stand and pick up mouthfuls of the grass that's been mowed. They're not walking forward, picking a fresh bite in front of them all the time. So they're very, very stationary when they walk into the paddock and stand on the spot, and the work is done for them. They just have to lap it up. So this is our paddock that was mowed off yesterday, and the cows have done a super job cleaning off all the grass. That yellow butt there, that would have been a longer piece of grass that was ungrazed in the last couple of rounds. So it's trimmed off now, and it's going to get sunlight down into the roots to reinvigorate the plants. Drag it on. Pulling queue on this morning. First lady's on heat, second lady's on heat, third lady's on heat, fourth lady's on heat.
Morning everyone, it is Wednesday the 22nd of May. It's just coming up on 7 o'clock. Slightly delayed this morning. The cows were bone lazy coming up from the bottom of the football field after their night of eating their pre-mowed grass. They were wedged, so they were waddling up like that all the time in the world. To see how grass were they're going after milking now. So round 2 milk recording. I'm doing the morning milking. Obviously doing the morning recording just with my data handler and the milk meter, so we just record the yield in the morning, so it's significantly quicker than it was last night when we had to take a sample of the milk into the little milk bottles. Watery looking skies out there this morning. I think there's a bit of forecast, or rain forecast for today. Wet and windy May fills the haggard with corn and hay, as my father said the other day, so fingers crossed that's what's going to happen. Yeah, cows are bulling away. I think we're about 10 cows away from having our target of 90% of them submitted to AI in the first 3 weeks of breeding, so we're well on target for that.
Oh, it's Oscar only. Right now, me and Fiona are gonna be putting some extra stakes around here so we can move those funny little calves over there that have been weaned off over into this field. Yippee! What are you doing?
Getting meals for the calves. The weaned off ones. We're trying to move to a new paddock of grass.
Fiona lad, what are you doing?
Right, so I'm connecting up power to this wire heading around the boundary for the weanlings which we're putting into this field now. So I'm going to connect this up here. Making sure this wire that I'm connected to here has power first of all.
Does it?
Yeah, 3000 volts. The connection's done properly. This one should have power too, which it does. 3000. This one stays free. This that doesn't have any power between, so something faulted through there which I'll have to fix.
The bottom one doesn't have power?
So we've no power going to our bottom strand of wire. Connection was there between this whole piece of tape. The bits of steel wire that are in them are obviously broken. So we bypass that now and just have the power going directly to the top and bottom strand. These calves have been out 3 days now onto my mother's front lawn, as we call it. Very secure fencing, bit of power in the top strand of wire so to get data that to know what it's about. So their eyes have adjusted to full daylight now. So this is a big moment. We're going to let them out into the full paddock there behind us. Lots of help on board. Oscar will open the gate and walk up behind them and hush them out. And then me and Fiona and Ellen will stand behind that far wire over there. Maybe 2 of us over there and then 1 here minding the boundary. The whole idea is to stop them running through the white tape. They'll come up to it, get a couple of darts off it, and then they should be secure.
So it's a school day for the calves to learn about an electric fence.
We also have a calf that's lame, so we're going to tree her first before we let them down here onto the... Okay. Got a split between her 2 hooves, skin between her 2 hooves is after cracking. They're stood on something, or just a change in environment, coming out from a dry straw bed to a bit of wet grass, maybe standing a bit of mucky stuff up there at the feed trough. something that you see later on in the summer if they are getting dirty around feed troughs. Very unusual for a calf that's out a couple of days for it to happen, so we'll just keep an eye on her. Topical spray to treat the infection that's on her foot. Spray plaster, something's in it, and then painkillers to help her with the Oscar, you walk up around behind the calves, nice and handy, go out to the side. You stand out the far side of the truck here, they might just come walking towards you and see where the meat is.
Okay. They're going to run around the full perimeter of the double fence wire, testing it out, and they'll find out where their boundary is and where they can graze and where they can't. Our poor little Amy Lamerson. This is the paddock next to where I was stopping Monday.
Freedom!
The lads are gone to weigh lambs, and I'm here monitoring the lambs, hoping they're going to come over and get a few darts off this fence. They know what it's about. We don't want them coming in and testing it or trying to break through or finding a loose gap that we haven't found ourselves when we're not here to see it.
So weighing lambs. This is the biggest and the quietest. Don't think the other yahoos are going to come in as handy, but we'll see. Jim, can you pull a mark on her back? A straight line across. Straight line. Oh, that, okay. Jesus.
Thing's a little bit too much.
Shouting out away when you can see it, boys.
19.
19?
19.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we weighed our lambs. We're getting a bit of meal now. And some milk. The weight was just to see where they're going, and also for part of the competition I'm running for me WhatsApp Farmers group. Shout out to Flexi Farm. They guessed the weight of Big Red correctly there in last week's video. She was 120 kgs on the button, so well done Flexi Farm. Ellen will sort you out with your price. Some of the guesses were a bit on the low side, lads. You know, 8+ kilos or whatever, but no, Big Red's a cracking calf, first calf born this year, so congratulations again to Flexi Farm. Like and subscribe. Drive it on.